Hi, this is the editing version of me. I'm like legit sitting here editing my video. Should be up in the next maybe hour or so. But I forgot to do an intro. First of all, can anybody relate right here to the situation on this side? Like I legit sleep on this side and then I keep my bed made on the other side because I ain't got no husband, okay? So this just stays made up. All 3 or 4 pillows, like, goodness. But anyway, here's my intro. Hi, my name is Julie DeVette. You all can follow me on Instagram at JULIEDAVETTE. Today, I'm doing something a lot different from my hair videos that I've been posting. Don't worry, hair videos are still coming, but I just kind of wanted to make a video on my home buying experience and just try to help young people who are, whether you're a couple, whether you're single or whatever, in the home buying process, because I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So yeah, so if y'all are interested, just keep watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So my whole purpose of making this video is to just give people a realistic idea of like the whole home buying process, or how I prepared myself to be in a state to where I can even buy a house. If I'm being completely transparent, it's really discouraging to kind of look at, you know, all these big YouTubers who go and, you know, a lot of them are in their early 20s and they're buying their first home and it's huge, and, you know, they're spending thousands of dollars on not even homes really, like apartments, and spending like $3,000 a month to live in New York somewhere. And it's just really discouraging because it makes you feel like, what am I doing? Like, it's no way I can be in that situation. But on a regular scale, okay, average kind of scale, you can do it. I am pretty much as regular as it gets. Just a little background, I am a nurse. I'm not gonna share how much money I make. I've been working as a nurse for 2 years. I'm sure if you go on Google, you can go in and just, you know, type in what an RN makes in Mississippi on average, or whatever, however you want to phrase it, and that will pop up. Let your imagination run wild. So just for, you know, my job's sake, I can't do that. I can't share that information. You all can kind of get an idea. The reason why I'm looking off is because I have my laptop right here kind of in front of me, just because I have little notes on here. But like I said, I'm just as regular as it gets. How I even got into the position to even think about buying a house is, for one, I had really, really good parents who set me up in a good position, okay? I'm not gonna even front about that. Never had to pay a car note. Didn't have to pay bills while I was living with my parents. Didn't have to give them rent, didn't have to pay for groceries, nothing like that. Only thing I was paying when I was living with my parents was my phone bill and my student loans, and, you know, like the maintenance on my car. Like if anything happened to my car or whatever, I would pay for repairs for that. And that's about it, I believe. So all that extra money, I was just putting into my savings account, saving, building my savings account up for like a whole year and a half. And it was at that time that I saved about $15,000 that I didn't really know what I was saving for. I just didn't have anywhere else to put it. So I just put it there. And then the other money, I was just throwing at student loan debt. And so I got a chance to, you know, go on trips, you know, that I wanted to, during that process of saving money. But at that time, I wasn't really thinking about buying a house. When I turned 26, I turned 26 in December of 2019. And so when I turned 26, I started to get this itch, or I had been slowly getting the itch to move out. I have an older sister, so it was us two, me and my sister, and then my mom and my dad living all under one roof. All of us were grown adults, and it was just time for me to go. I have a great relationship with my parents, but you know how you just get that itch, like I'm 26, I need to go, I need to go spread my wings. So I just started, you know, looking at houses on, you know, realtor.com, and just trying to see houses that were like kind of like in the area. I still wanted to live in this suburban type area just because it's a low crime rate. It's in a great school district. And so those things makes it easy to resell if I ever have to, for any kind of reason. Like these houses don't stay on the market for like not even a month. Like people grab these houses like that. So those were some things that were in mind when I was looking for houses. Now, some things that I did not know you had to do before you purchase a house was, for one, you have to get approved, okay? You can't just go and think that you're just gonna go riding out with the realtor on a Saturday and you're just gonna go right around looking at houses all day. That's not the case. I didn't know that. So you have to get approved, and what that means is that you get like a lender or like or you go to your bank and get approved as well, and they go and they look at your credit. They look at to see how much debt you're in. They go see how much you make. They look at your W-2s. They looked at my bank statements, like everything. They were all in my business. Okay, some of you all may ask, like, what was your credit score? I don't mind telling you all that. My credit score was a 755 during this whole process, right before I bought the house and when I was getting approved. I don't think that your credit score has to be that high, but it definitely has to be a good credit score. They want to be able to see that you have a good track record with paying things on time. So I would suggest you like get that up ASAP. So the only debt that I had when I was going through this whole process was my student loan debt, and I had no credit card debt at that time, really. So I was kind of in a good space there. So after you get approved for your house, they tell you how much of a house you can buy, how much you can afford, okay? They're gonna tell you, you are approved for X amount of thousands of dollars or whatever to buy a house, and you can't go past this limit. Once you get that number, you can go and start looking at houses with your realtor. Now, your realtor knows this, you know, okay, this is our limit right here. And I will tell you, just because you get approved for a certain amount does not mean you need to go and find a house that costs that much, okay? That is just like your max. So it'll be good to find a house that's a little bit lower than that. So your lender is also going to go and see what kind of loan that best fits you. I got what you call a USDA loan. And what that means, they are very strict, okay? You have to have good credit. I know that was one really good credit. And you have to also find a house in a rural area. There we go. A rural area, and you are able to, for one, put $0 down on the house. I know some people may not agree with that, but I didn't have to put anything down on the house, and I got a very, very, very low interest rate with my USDA loan, and I was happy with it. And so I know some people may not agree with that. Some people may say, you need to put 20% down. Okay, listen, listen. I'm not throwing all my coins at a down payment. I'm not by myself. I'm not. So the USDA loan worked for me. Want to talk to your lender and just make sure you all are doing the best things that best fits you, okay? Some other things that I did not know about going into this whole process is, like, after you choose the house that you want and the house is like under contract or whatever, there are some expenses that you have to come out of pocket with. One being earnest money. I didn't know what the heck that was. Earnest money is basically, it's usually like, I paid $1,000 for my earnest money, and it just lets the seller know that you are serious about buying this house. And so I gave $1,000 just like out of pocket. I'm just like, okay, I didn't know I had to do that, but okay, here's $1,000. I'm serious. I want this house, all right? After that, you have to get the house inspected, okay? So that's a couple $100 that you have to come out of pocket for.
It's Team Julie again. The reason why you get your house inspected and you want to spend a good amount of money on doing it is so that the inspector can go through the house and see pretty much what's wrong with this house. They'll print out a report for you to look at, and they'll go through it with you. And if it's some serious repairs that have to be fixed before buying the house, it's your choice if you want to go through with it. But the seller has to fix these things in order for you to go through with the buying process. And at this point, this is usually when most people walk away from the house, even though they like the way it looks. If it's some hidden things that needs to be fixed, some major things, yeah, you can walk away at any time. So yeah, back to the video.
Luckily, I'm not going into my savings. I'm not touching my savings yet. This is all coming out of my checking, I guess. I'm paying cash for it. And then another thing, the appraisal fee. What? That was about $500. So as you can see, the numbers kind of add up quickly. So that was about, like close to $1,500 to $2,000 that I had to come out of pocket for
during this whole home buying process. And then lastly, what you got, closing costs. Luckily, my seller, they took care of majority of the closing costs. I didn't really have to bring anything to closing. So also, if you're doing a down payment, that's something that you would have to bring to closing as well. So let's talk about closing. People, I feel, make closing very like dramatic, like as if you're signing a book full of papers. It's really not that much, okay? It took about maybe 15 to 20 minutes. You're sitting down with your realtor, the lawyer, your lender, and then sometimes the sellers are there, I guess. My seller was not there because he had already moved, but he just signed some papers and it's really not that much. They go through everything with you. Yeah, and they hand you the keys, and it's really not that dramatic. It makes you make it sweat a little bit. It does, because it's a huge responsibility that you got to take care of. And it's something completely new for me. Like I said, I came from, you know, not paying like pretty much any bills to paying a whole house note and gas bill, light bill, and all of the other stuff that comes with it. It's a lot, but it's not that dramatic. So let's get down to lastly, what are the numbers? I ended up purchasing a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house out here in the suburbs, okay? The house is about 1,600 square feet, 1,598 square feet to be exact. You may also kind of want to have an idea, just because I want to give you all a realistic view of how much a house like this costs. Eventually I'm going to do a house tour. I'm just going to give you all an idea of what this costs a month. And it's a range, it's more than 1,000, okay? But definitely less than 1,500, okay? Use your imagination and just kind of go in between those ranges, and that's how much I'm paying. Which in hindsight, that's cheaper than what I would have paid for an apartment that I was looking at in the Metro Jackson area. So I just wanted you guys to know that it is possible to buy a house, okay? For some reason, we just got this false depiction of becoming a homeowner, like it's some far-fetched thing. Yo, we can do it in our 20s if we want to, okay? If that's a goal. I don't look down on anybody who's renting. Everybody does what they want to do, okay? And what best fits them at that time. I just thought it made sense for me to just go ahead and buy a house. I hope that this helped somebody who wants to get a house and just, you know, like me, thought that it was unreachable. And I'm just here to let you guys know that y'all can do it. You just got to set your priorities. Like, what is it that you want? Do you want to, you know, travel? Some people choose to spend their money on traveling and going out the country 3 times a year. That wasn't my goal, but some people choose to do that other than buying a house, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. If buying a home is what you want to do, just make it a priority. Save up for it, get your credit right, and you can do it. So yeah, I hope that this helped you guys. Let me know if y'all want to see more of these home videos, and of course I'll be coming with more hair videos, you guys. So don't worry, don't worry, I got you, girl. If y'all like this video, go ahead and like, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.